How are you guys doing today? We are refurbishing this reel. We already got the line on it, and now we're going to take you through how to oil it and grease it to make sure that you're reeling in the big fish and making sure they don't break off when that drag starts screaming. So we're going to take you through step by step. For this particular reel, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver and a 1/2-inch wrench. So we're going to get down right to it. First, you want to take off the drag top. So I always like to take care of my reels, make sure they're nice and smooth, make sure that drag screams all good. So get in there, just keep on twisting it counterclockwise. And there you go, it's off. We're gonna take care of that stuff later, but now you've got this. So first, what you're gonna wanna do is just take this piece off. You wanna be careful too, because there's a little plastic piece underneath it that you're gonna wanna take off with it. And you just put that somewhere else. Keep it in hand. And now you've got that. So you're gonna wanna undo the screw first before you undo this. So I just take my Phillips head screwdriver, and you can see that it's really rusted down there. This reel has not been cleaned well at all, but we're gonna make it like a brand new reel. Again, twisting counterclockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty. However, with this next piece, it's actually righty loosey, which makes absolutely no sense. So you're gonna wanna go like that. And that's going to be pretty tight on there, so don't be afraid to give it some torque. And you just do the rest with your hands and get it off. So that piece. Most reels have this on it, and you can just put it down next to your screw. And now, are you ready? All you gotta do, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle it. And there you go. You take it off this piece. And now we've got like the gear shaft that goes up and down. See, look, ooh, fancy. So we're gonna put some oil down into that. And first, we're actually gonna take the reel off. We're gonna take the reel handle off by unscrewing this little thing over here. So just hold your reel handle in one hand, and then lefty loosey for this guy. And it's gonna take a couple spins because it's a pretty long screw. Whoop! There's that, and then there's this tiny little gear. Make sure you put that back on it. Just slide it back on. There you go, just like that. And now we can take it off. So now we're going to want to get into the actual gears. So we are going to get our Phillips screwdriver again and start by taking off this one here. And you want to make sure you don't strip these screws, because if you strip them, then you might not ever be able to get inside your reel. Which is why you want to take time and make sure you get the right screwdriver. If one's too big, go back and try and find a smaller one. If one's too small, go back and try and find a bigger one. You wouldn't want laziness to ruin a whole reel for you. There you go. All the screws are taken off. And now we can just easily take this piece out. Okay, if I can get a bigger one. There you go. That is the inside of your reel. We're going to take this gear out. It may take a little jiggling. Right there, there's your gear. So now we're just going to take you through how to oil and grease it. We're going to want to take the grease right here Oh man, delicious. Nice and thick, get some good stuff going. Make sure you got a nice dollop of it. And then just put it right in there. This brush is all messed up though, that's kind of disappointing. And then after you got a little bit of grease, rotate that so you can get the other side. Maybe get a little more grease if you want. Put it in there. And now just rotate it around. Oh, make sure you didn't miss any spots like I did right there. Get a little more grease. Get it in there. So now that whole thing should be covered. And now we're gonna actually take the oil, this little guy, and put it around here. So you're just gonna do a couple drops. There you go. Rotate. Ooh man, that is buttery. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put some more grease in those bottom gears. Go ahead and get the big gear now. So yeah, that is just all like dried up. It's not really useful anymore, that brown stuff. So we're just gonna paint it back on. It makes for a much smoother connection, and it makes your reeling in a lot easier and less noisy. There we go. Now you want to get that smaller gear. Boom. So we grease those gears up. And now we're just gonna put it back in. Just like that. Spin it a little bit. Oh, that feels so smooth. We'll see the difference even more when we're actually using the reel. So we've done that. I'm just gonna put a little grease around that. More grease, more grease, more grease. Cause I know when I open up my new rods, man, they have that thing all greased up everywhere. Oh no! Good thing it didn't stay in my pan. Whew. Man, that was scary. Alright, there we go. That is greasing of the insides of the reel. So now we can go ahead and put our cap back on. those you want to make sure you put these things in tight, but not too tight. Get too tight, you might not be able to get it back out. Take that piece, put it back on. It's reassembled. We're gonna put some grease in that hole and in that hole. And now we're just gonna take our rod handle, put a little grease on it. Put it back in. Rotate and push in until it fits. We're gonna get another piece. Put it in. Make sure that's tight. Oh my goodness. Butter. And then I'm gonna make sure that's up and throw some grease on it, you know, because I can. Go ahead and put that back on. Wipe out the insides of it. Boom. Much cleaner. Now we're gonna take that hexagonal guy, hexagonal, put him back on, remembering that he's lefty-tighty. There we go. Now I can go ahead and put that guy back on. Oh, he's actually pretty tough to get back on to make it lay flat, but you try your best and you get it on. Boom. Then give it a little tightening. With your wrench. It feels so weird doing it backwards. Oops. Just do it till it's tight. Right there. Boom. Perfecto. Now we're gonna get our old rusty screw, put it right back into that hole, and there we go. You want to make sure that hexagon is touching it like flat. You want to make sure it's flat lined up. See how that side is flat, not a corner? If it's a corner, that screw's not going to go down completely. And you want it to go all the way down. And then that's probably good. That's tight right there. That's how we do it. Then a couple more drops of oil. So, we have the bale back on. And as you can see, there's a little bit of like rust around it. I'm gonna take the steel wool. And be careful with it, because the bale is a little fragile, but you just don't want any corrosion on this, because it could hold your line back from slipping into there. And that is should be the smoothest point of contact, making sure your line goes out easily when you're fighting fish. But yeah, just take that. Look at that, nice and shiny. Again, and then there's a little bit there too that I'm just gonna touch up on. Steel wool is amazing. It helps get rust off of all my old hooks too. It's like when I found all those swim baits in the river, I used this guy to clean them off. All right, so we've got that cleaned up. As you can see on this little gear thing, there's some rust, so what are we gonna do? Use some steel wool. So that's gonna be pretty tough because it's so small. It's better. There's definitely some stuff we got off. It's a lot more smooth too now. We'll take a little plastic ring. Put that back on. And then go ahead and put our buddy back on. So now you're at this point, and we're almost ready to get this back on, but as you can see, it is really dusty, or really rusty. So what are we gonna do? There's a little like spring in here. Just pop that out, but make sure to keep note of where it is, and then you just flip that piece out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at it all over my hand. We do not want that. So I'm gonna take this guy again. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at how good this stuff works. It cleans it off so well. It's amazing. This guy got a little bit on him, but no exceptions here. That's just gonna be harder to get, but I think I got it all. Sweet. That's nice and clean now. Now we're gonna get the inside of that. Look at how rusty that is. I'm having trouble getting into that crack, but that's pretty good. That looks a lot better than it did, doesn't it? So this is how the order is gonna go back. This ovally piece right here with the two little nubs, or the nub piece, goes in first, and then it's gonna be 3 mats of softer stuff. And those go in. And then that first piece that we got out. And there you go. That is the reassembled drag cap. Your final step. Little spring thing. Boom. And now we're just gonna clean that off real quick. Boom. There you go, nice and clean. And now we're gonna go ahead and reassemble the whole thing. Ready? Just listen to that drag scream. And then quick drag test. Boom. And that is how you do it. We oiled it, we got new line on it. Sounds good as new. If you learned anything today, please subscribe, like, comment below. Let us know what you want to see. We're down to do anything that y'all want. We're gonna teach y'all what you need to know so you get out there and stop fishing and start catching. We'll see you next time.